I feel like nobody really prepares you for how weirdly lonely the months after college actually are. Like, you go from constantly being surrounded by people to suddenly having all of this empty space and not knowing what to do with it. So, I just kind of wanted to talk through all of that today, where all of that isolation comes from and why it might not be as bad as it feels right now. So, we're going to fully dissect that into a few parts. I've come to realize that the best version of yourself really comes from two parts, and one that is your experiences, and two that is spending an equal amount of time alone with yourself. And I think to become the best version of yourself, you kind of have to discover that through your own personal discoveries. And your own personal discoveries can be with different groups of people and different experiences and places you go and things that you indulge yourself in. And that can be with people and that can be without people. But if you want to truly understand you as a whole and just yourself, not what social media says is trending right now, not what your friends have been wearing at school, not what your parents, friends, or grandparents or mentors are telling you what to be, but what you truly feel is right for yourself. You will be told from the day you were born to be something, and usually it's to be the best. Maybe not the best version of yourself, but the best to societal standards and the best appearing to other people so you'll fit in and so you won't be left out. And so as I've just graduated college, and the amount of knowledge that I've learned from school wasn't necessarily on paper or on exams. It was through my experiences that I've had. And it took me till my last year of college to fully begin to understand myself. I think there's a lot of societal pressures put on us to, like I said, be a certain way. As soon as I stopped listening to people in totality, stopped listening to what people told me what to do, and stopped listening to what people said about my body and choices I've made, who I hang out around, and experiences I put myself through, is when I fully understood what it means to become the best version of yourself. And it is always good to have guidance. But through my experiences that I put myself through, I think I've learned the most. I think I've learned the most mostly through bad experiences, unfortunately. Because a lot of the time, with the type of personality I was born with, I always feel like I have to be in charge or competitive or a leader. And so listening in general has always been a super hard skill for me. And so through the experiences that I put myself through, mostly negative, it wasn't through what other people told me, and I had consequences. And with those consequences came experience, and how I can treat people better, and how I can fit better into being the person I want to become. I think personal discoveries can teach you a lot just about everything. Because if you're following what people tell you all the time, you're just going to live by that, and you're not really going to know what's real, or at least what's real to you. So if you put yourself through things that maybe you're uncomfortable with, or that are new, or maybe make you nervous, a lot of the times it's going to teach you a very valuable lesson, good or bad. My favorite thing to say is, usually things that will make you nervous for experiences you're going to have usually mean something good's going to happen. And for the majority of the time, that's been true. And I've gained a lot of experiences out of being uncomfortable. And so you can put yourself through many, many experiences with other people attached to you, but you might be focusing on what those people are thinking during those experiences and if you're doing something right, and not truly learning on your own how to do something or how to be yourself. With being around people, though, and in order to learn and grow and understand your surroundings, and even to get a lot of places in life, you must have human connection with others. Majority of your experiences you will have lived through with somebody going through that with you, or there's people who have had similar situations to what you're going through. And a lot of the time growing up, it is a pivotal moment for kids to grow and understand what they like and hang out with other kids that aren't like them, just something that they're not used to, maybe that they don't have at home. And so these human connections that you form with people at a very young age, through school, through religion, through extracurricular activities maybe, are pivotal moments for you to just start understanding what you like. And even if that's only something you feel inside and you're scared to let anyone else know about, you will start to understand what you like from hanging around different types of people. And depending on what career path you choose, it might be pivotal for you to network. Because a lot of the times in any industry, it's not how many people you know, it is exactly who you know, and unfortunately their societal hierarchy. And I think a lot of the times the connections we make with people might not be true, or we're just so afraid to fit into a group or be a part of something that we're not really staying true to what we want and ourselves. And I think especially nowadays with social media and trends, everything has to be a trend. Being the best version of yourself is a trend. A lot of the times, if you don't fit into these categories, you'll be pushed out. But sometimes being pushed out is the best thing, because you finally feel free to be yourself. A lot of the human connections we have are also the most wonderful experiences you can ever have in your entire life. You can meet people who will stay in your life your entire life, and no matter what you do, good or bad, they will always be there for you. Whether it's a family member, a friend, a teacher, coworker, or mentor, there's some people that will truly stick it out for you. And that is super, super important, to have a network of people. It doesn't have to be a lot. You never need a lot of people. I honestly think having less people in your life gives you more value in the select amount of people you have. So you can truly hone these relationships with people and grow with them and understand each other and really make connections that can make you the best version of yourself. We need to remember that it is very important to be cautious who you hang around, but it's always important to have all of these experiences with different types of people. In general, I think it's a balance of personal versus life experiences. Our entire life is learning how to maintain that balance and understand that balance. It will never, ever be a perfect balance. You should never isolate yourself, but you should never give yourself away either. I think a lot of the times, for us to feel exciting to people, we have to overshare or give parts of ourselves away that if we didn't tell somebody this, they would think we're boring or stop talking to us. And so we feel exposed for giving these parts of ourselves away. And then on the other hand, feeling isolated because maybe you've had too much trauma that you've gone through recently, or you just feel like if you do one more thing that you're going to explode and it's all going to be over. If you isolate yourself for too long, you learn to never ask for help. You learn to never ask questions because you're scared of what others might think. And you're truly scared of being yourself out in the world because of your past experiences. And I think that's also a balance that we're always going to be trying to maintain. There's so many things that we could weigh in here. Another aspect is valuing your privacy, but not being afraid to be vulnerable. Because being vulnerable is never a weakness. It just shows that you have strength within yourself to share things that are personal. I think valuing your privacy and your off hours are super important. Not telling everyone everything about your life, or making sure when you say you're done working, you are done working for the day, and you give time to yourself to work on yourself and value your personal relationships with people, whether it's with your significant other or your family. Valuing your privacy also means valuing your personal time. So the time that you give yourself at the end of the day, or even time you give yourself at the beginning of the day, is valuing your privacy and things that you find you really like doing best alone, whether it's yoga or journaling or gaming or maybe picking out a certain outfit or creating content or any hobbies that you may like. That might be something that you value on your own personal time. But also, sharing vulnerable things about yourself with others is how we can make really great human connections. A lot of the times, the things we're scared to talk about are the best conversations that we have with people in our life. And the things that are the most scary to talk about are the things that help us connect to each other on a deeper level with world issues, with personal issues, family issues, things that we might disagree on that we can just have a conversation about are super important to help you understand yourself. And it's never a weakness to have your own things that you like and being vulnerable about that with someone else. All things that you do in life will be on a scale and will connect to each other in some sort of way. You will never need anyone, and you will need everyone.